It's the final show before the Royal Rumble. Welcome to SmackDown. And to kick off the show this week, we got a match with some Royal Rumble significance. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will try again at the Rumble to try to win back the WWE Tag Team Championships against these guys, the Bloodline, Tonga and Tonga Loa. But here in our opening match of SmackDown, it's going to be Kevin Owens and Tonga Loa in singles action. The Bloodline, who defeated KO and Sami before the Survivor Series to win the tag team titles with a little bit of help from the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Then we didn't see Kevin and Sami for a while before they made their return on the SmackDown heading into Starrcade as Sami grabs the leg of Tonga Loa, and now Tonga trying to get in the mix. Referee has seen enough, and he has sent Tonga and Sami Zayn to the locker room with the hope that maybe there won't be any more distractions in this one. But KO and Sami would make the return on the SmackDown before Starrcade and attack Tonga and Tonga Loa. And then last week we would see a rematch between KO and Sami and the Bloodline for the WWE Tag Team titles. Seth freaking Rollins was in the corner of Kevin and Sami, and Jacob Fatu in the corner of Tonga and Tonga Loa. In the middle of that match, a fight would break out between those two. The referee would have enough and kick both men out of the ringside area and send them back to the locker room. Then it looked like Kevin and Sami were on their way to becoming tag team champions again until Tonga would get a chair and hit KO with it, getting themselves disqualified. And because of that, retaining the WWE Tag Team titles. These two teams are going to meet again at the Royal Rumble, and everyone is barred from ringside, so neither team able to have anybody in their corner. It's not looking like Tonga Loa is going to make it back into the ring in time. And he's not. Kevin Owens, your winner by countout. And with everybody barred from ringside at the Royal Rumble, will Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get a fair shot at the WWE Tag Team titles? Next, we're going to see Asuka. Last year's Women's Royal Rumble winner. She'll be taking on Bayley. Asuka, who would take her Royal Rumble victory and actually go after the WCW Women's Championship last year. She took on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, came up short, and then came back to the WWE after that one. You know she'd love another opportunity to try to win another Royal Rumble. And then you've got Bayley, a former multiple-time women's champion here in the open mic universe. Her most recent reign coming last spring after WrestleMania. But the one thing to note with her two WWE Women's Championship runs, they've been pretty short. So for her, it's not about just getting back to that mountaintop. It's trying to find a way to stay there for a little bit longer. If she's lucky enough to get there, Asuka with the cover only gets a count of two. And with Asuka's Royal Rumble win last year, she's still looking for her first championship here in the open mic universe. Bayley now going up top. Connects with the elbow this time. Quickly goes for a cover. Only a 2 count. And again, which direction for either of these ladies? If one of them is lucky enough to win, you stay here in the WWE and contend with Nia Jax and the full power of the bloodline behind her? Or do you look at the WCW, maybe target Raquel Rodriguez? Asuka not pleased with coming up short here, but Bayley able to stop the attack from Asuka here. She picks up a huge win heading into the Royal Rumble. Now let's run through the WWE side of the Royal Rumble card. We talked about it at the top of the show. The Bloodline, Tonga Loa, putting the WWE Tag Team Titles against the team they took them from, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Thanks to the announcement by Triple H earlier this week on Raw, Seth Rollins gets his wish. He gets his hands on The Rock, and he's got a shot at the WWE World Championship. Will Seth be the one to finally put a stop to the final boss? Then we've got our men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. And don't forget, because the WWE was the winning brand at Survivor Series, they get the final 4 entrants in both the men's and women's Rumbles. Spots 27 through 30 will come from the WWE roster. Making his way to the ring, the man that was gifted the final entrance spot number 30 in the men's Rumble, from the final boss, the High Chief of the Bloodline, The Rock, showing his appreciation for what Bron Breakker did for WWE at Survivor Series. And that's a great spot to be in. You're letting 29 other guys beat the hell out of each other, and you essentially have the opportunity to be the last one in and kind of pick the bones of whatever's left. You got to think that if Braun were to win it, he would probably target AJ Styles in the WCW World Title. I would think that because he was gifted this spot by The Rock, he wouldn't then turn around and challenge him. But you never know. Let's hear from the badass. Braun says it's inevitable. He will be this year's Royal Rumble winner. So it doesn't matter who it is that wants to come out here. You're about to get a taste of what everyone's going to get in just a few hours. Who's coming out here? Oh, it's going to be Gunther, the ring general. Would definitely be a wise pick for anybody trying to make their predictions and picks for the Rumble. And right off the bat, Gunther not wasting any time. Gunther, who was our first men's Money in the Bank briefcase holder, held on to that briefcase for almost a full year before cashing in during our first WrestleMania mid-match in a match between AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre. That cash-in would ultimately not be a successful one, as AJ would be the winner of that one. But other than being our first Mr. Money in the Bank here in the open mic universe, Gunther has not won a single title to this point. On the other side, Bron Breakker, while never a world champion in our universe, a very decorated champion, former WWE Intercontinental Champion. He's held the United States Championship in both WWE and WCW. But you look at these two guys are really, it doesn't feel like they're young competitors, but they are. And these are both guys that I think are going to be future world champions. And for one of them, that dream might be realized real soon. As for Bron Breakker, we know where he's coming out at the Rumble. He's number 30. Gunther, maybe he's one of the lucky ones that gets spot 27, 28, or 29. Breakker with the win here, sending a pretty clear message here to the 29 other men in the Royal Rumble. Will Bron Breakker win the Royal Rumble and punch his ticket to WrestleMania?